When you do something bad enough to warrant going to prison, it interests me the effect that it would have on that person when they are eventually released. Now, one particular category of prisoner that I want to concentrate on now is somebody that's well known, either a superstar, somebody lesser known, but we know who they all are, whatever, they end up thinking they're completely indestructible, nothing can touch them. And then one day, in a court in front of a judge, they then find out their freedom is gone. Well, this in fact happened to Boris Becker, and he's recently been released, some would argue too early, but he gave a very fascinating insight into his time in prison in an interview, and I've got the transcript in front of me and I want to share it with you and see what you think. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing all right. I'm not too bad. Listen, Boris Becker, he's out. He's been kicked out of the country. He's now in Germany. And, he's not allowed to do any business of his own volition in Germany until at least 2031. By looking at the media, his girlfriend has set up a company as a mechanism for him to be able to earn money through that. So there's ways around it, isn't there? He's done a sit-down interview, which should have been broadcast by now, with a German network company called Sat1. And apparently he's been paid just over 400 grand for that. He's got book deals. He signed a deal with Apple TV Plus. He's certainly trying everything he can to, make money out of this, thing that's happened to him, his name, and tell his side of the story. But what struck me was, what effect does prison have on an individual such as this when they go inside? And, you think the world's your oyster, you've got millions of pounds, or in Boris's case, not so much anymore, and you think you're unstoppable, you're untouchable, and all of a sudden, a court of law, boom, a judge, sends you inside. Well, Boris said, no one gave a shit who he was in prison. They just didn't. And, he says they don't give a fuck who you are. You suddenly become a number and not a person anymore. And you've just got to do your time. Granted, his arguably was cut short, and he was out a lot quicker than perhaps he should have been in some people's opinions. He even quoted his prison number, A2923EV. But very interesting insight, no one gives a shit. And what he said, he thinks he rediscovered the person he used to be. So is he saying that he turned into something he didn't like, and he had to find himself again? Is that what he's saying? And he said it also taught him a very hard lesson, and a very expensive and very painful one as well. You can't buck the system, because it will catch up with you in the end. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments. I'm going to try and watch that interview if I can. Probably quite interesting. But I just remember him with a tennis racket. Let me know what you think, and I'll look out for your comments. Toodaloo.